G'day, how he's going? Bloody absolutely beautiful day out here on our little place today. It's Saturday morning. We had a bit of fog earlier, which usually means that we're going to get a nice day. There's a tiny little breeze starting to come up, but look at this, just perfect. That's just a bit of foggy sort of stuff up there, but it's still really still. So I'm going to get out and do a bit of weed spraying and stuff like that, which is never ending. And anyone that has got a place would know that you're constantly fighting the weeds and trying to keep your fence lines good and all the rest of it. We got a bit of scrubby country up the back, and it's got a bit of bad fence line running through there. Like it's the old original fence. It hasn't been replaced. It's probably about 300 metres, which we will replace eventually. But the reason they didn't do it before us is because the country is pretty rough and just sort of chipping away at it. And here's a quick look at what we use here to keep the weeds at bay. So, well, try to anyway. Like in this sort of country, the Lantana just gets out of control. Like you're constantly hammering that down, and I spot spray it. And yeah, just with like Roundup and the old quad bike. That was probably one of the best things that we did when we came out here. Was we bought an old quad bike, and we got it fairly cheap before the COVID tax came in on everything. So it's just an old Kawasaki. Here comes the breeze. I'll turn yous around. Yeah, so you just got the old Kawasaki workhorse. It's a 360. Does absolutely everything we want it to do. It's got it's four-wheel drive, and it's got a diff lock. It'll climb any of the hills around here, no problems at all. It'll keep going and spit you off. Like they'll go anywhere, these little things. But then the Sullivan 55 litre spray unit on the back, and it's just plugged into the battery there. But I couldn't even tell you how many litres of poison I've put on Lantana through this setup, and like spraying fence lines, and it has not missed a beat. It's probably, the pump's probably, you know, you could probably go up a little bit bigger in your pump to make it faster, but no, I can't complain. I can't even remember what I paid for it. I got it online. I'm just trying to think. Stevens Motorsport, I think it was, down in Melbourne, sent it up here, and Aussie company. And then there's just the old POV pack backpack that I use in the thicker country. That's just a Bunnings special. Works. Well, I've had that. I've had both these spray units 18 months, and neither one of them have given me any dramas. Like that seals are still good in that, but I'm using it pretty regular. It had a double spray on the end of the gun. I blocked one of them off because it was pretty useless. So yeah, and that made it heaps better. But there, I'd get through all the thicker country where I can't get the quad bike, and run up through, walk through with this thing, and like same with that. I couldn't tell you how many litres of poison I've pumped through that thing in some of the thicker country. And so I mix a bit of this. Not much. You'd have to go through it. I'm not going to say what I mix it at, because someone will probably have a go at me. But but this is the main stuff that I'm using at the moment. You know, like it depends whatever they've got, as long as it's 450, which is what you want. That's nice, powerful stuff. And I don't overspray anything. It's always sort of, and this is the stuff I had last time, the same thing, but as long as it's got that 450 on it. That's an empty one. But yeah, I'll get all this stuff filled up, and we'll go up and hit some weeds and some lantana and stuff around the place, and some fence line, just a scrub coming back through the fence line. Over the back here, we've got like our boundaries up on top of this hill up here, and next door is just fully thick, heavy scrub, and it's slowly trying to creep back into our place. So we I just sort of keep a bit of a fire break between us and that, and yeah, it doesn't take long for it to come down. We've had awesome season. I know I keep saying that in these videos, but check this grass out. Oh, look at that. That's the cows were in here, oh, how long ago? 6 weeks ago, and look at that. That's up to my waist nearly already. Thins out over there a bit, but then it thickens up again. Anyway, I'll get these things filled up and we'll Alright, I don't know how we're going to go here, but I'll try to do a little bit of filming and spraying and stuff like that on this bike, but I haven't got all the fancy camera equipment, and I sort of don't really intend on doing that, but yeah, we'll give it a crack, see how we go. Film a little bit of the ride down. It's just such a beautiful day today, absolutely magic. Basically the gist of it. Pretty, I know when you think farming, people don't realise that this is all part of it, you know, all the boring stuff, but you know, I wouldn't be anywhere else. Beautiful day, out on the quad bike. As you can see, like, this is what we got next door, and over time what it's trying to do is creep back in here, because I think at one stage all this was probably very similar to that, where, you know, this was all farming country too, and they've sort of selectively back in the day, I guess, cleared it, and then you got all this rubbish stuff coming back through again, you know, and a lot of Lantana like that there. The worst thing is with the Lantana, we've got a lot of wallabies here, and the wallabies eat the little seed pods and come in here and shit, and then that will bring them in, brings the Lantana back in again. There's one there. You know, all these little trees. easier. The old quad bike. I haven't done this for a while, so another one there. So that'll be enough. He's gone. I get the professionals that do this have way better setup than what I've got, but it does us, you know, and it wasn't really that expensive, to be honest with you. I think that tank cost me about 170 bucks delivered to me door. Alright, wait till I get up to some of the big, all this stuff's got to go. They just keep popping up out of the ground. I'll get up the big Lantana boards and show some of that. So here we are up in some of the thickest stuff that's on the place. I know it looks terrible, doesn't it? That's as high as me, just here. But it's sort of getting harder now because we're creeping up into the steeper country too. But like all this down through here, believe it or not, was exactly the same as what's behind me here now. And just through using this and slashing, because that's what I do, is I'll come through, I'll hit this, sort of give you the look I'm doing here. Give it all a good hit, but don't overdo it. You only want enough to kill it. And this stuff here, it goes right down into the roots and everything, so it works well. This spray unit, see, it's got like a 6 metre hose on it, so you can park your quad bike as close as you can if you want, and then get up and into. It's got a pretty good reach on it. I'll turn the camera around. Yeah, and stand here and normally, it's good because today's nice and still, but I do normally wear a mask while I'm doing this. See, that's probably about enough for that. Something this size. That's it. Over here. That's it. Done. Couple more over here. It works well. And I'll come through once it's all dead. Bit hard here. I'll probably have to clean some of this stuff up, obviously. But once it's all dead, I'll come through here and pull all the big timber out, pile it all up, burn it all off, or we'll keep some of it for firewood and different things around the place, and then yeah, that's a big one, so give it a bit more. That's it. Up over here. It's got a good reach on it. That's a couple of meters, what, 3 or 4 meters back there I'm spraying. You come down here and in a couple of weeks, especially if we get rain. We have been getting really good rain and stuff, so all this will be gone. That's it.